Okay, so we are jumping into this female Hades look by creating the base, which I am using my Wet n Wild paint palettes again. And I am making myself this like bluish, grayish color all over because Hades isn't gray, but he isn't blue. He's kind of like a mixture of all of that. So I just paint my whole face and my neck and my ears this shade, and then later on I will end up doing my like shoulders, chest, and a little bit of my arms, which I ran out as always. But yeah. So we're just gonna start by creating kind of like this base. It's like a foundation. This Hades look is like a beauty glam look, but think like dark and menacing and evil. Next, I'm just doing a little bit of cream contouring and highlighting. So I'm taking a white shade and I'm putting that all on the peaks of my face, like all the places I want to highlight, and then I am taking a dark cream and I am putting that in the contours of my face. And then I just blend that out with a brush for the contour, and then I end up putting more highlight on, or more white cream paint for the highlight, and I blend that out with a sponge and a brush as well. Once that is all blended to your liking, you are going to heavily set that. I'm using the RCMA No Color powder with a puff, and I am just literally packing on the powder so that this cream paint does not move anywhere, and then taking a large complexion brush and kind of brushing away all of the excess powder before you move on so it doesn't move anywhere. Next, I filled in my eyebrows. I am using the NYX Perfect Filter Gloomy Days palette, which is like a black, white, and gray palette, and I'm just taking the black shade and roughly filling in my eyebrows. I'm not doing it precisely. I'm using a small angled brush. They turned out really, really nicely, though, if I do say so myself. But this Perfect Filter Gloomy Days palette by NYX, I bought for a black and white look a long time ago, and I have pretty much used it in almost every single character or cosplay or Halloween look I have ever done, so I highly recommend it if it is still on the market, which I think it is. It is perfect, and you'll use it for so many different looks, I promise. Then I use that same Perfect Filter Gloomy Days palette and I do a quick eye look. It is nothing fancy, and I don't want to say I rushed through this, but I rushed through it. I literally just kind of smoked out my crease. I put a little bit of black in my corner, my outer corner, and then I put some glitter on my lid and my inner corner. I just was blending it and feeling it as I went. I think I was listening to my audiobook or music as I was doing this, and I was just letting the makeup tell me what it wanted to do. I know that sounds like really artsy fartsy, but it's true. I was just having a good old time like creating this look on my own, no cares in the world, and I think it came out really great because I think if Hades was a woman, she'd have this like kind of messy, smoky, glittery look because she don't give a crap about nobody. And then, as I said earlier, I do put some glitter on. I'm using the NYX Glitter Glue cream, and then I'm using the J-Cat Beauty glitter powder. I forget what shade I used. I'll put it in the description box below. But I was up in the air if I wanted to use glitter or not, and I'm so glad I did because it honestly just gave this look a little bit of like oomph. And I feel like a Greek god would totally wear glitter. I mean, like, if the good ones get to wear glitter, the bad ones should get to wear glitter too. That's all I gotta say about that. Deepened up the corner a little bit just to finish off the eyes. to kind of, you know, give them a little bit more of like that smoky look. And then after this, I moved on into contour. And again, just using the Perfect Filter Gloomy Days palette to do contour. I started off with a pretty dark shade for my contour. And if I'm being honest, if I had to do this again, I would probably have started with a lighter shade or maybe like a bluer shade first. But I did not realize how dark this gray, I didn't use black, this is a gray. I did not realize how dark this gray was going to show up. But when all is said and done, after the whole finish is done with the like wig and everything, I don't think it was a problem. It just was a little bit darker and did not blend as well as I had anticipated it when I initially did this. Smoked out the bottom lash line using the same palette and the dark shade that I think I contoured with, just with a fluffy little blender brush. And then I put some yellow in my waterline because Hades, the cartoon, if we're viewing the cartoon, has like these red and yellow eyes. And I did not have any red and yellow contacts at the time. So I thought a little pop of color in my waterline would really like hit it right. And it did. Putting a little bit of liquid liner on my top lash line so that I can put my mascara and lashes on. I'm not doing a wing because I'm not really all that great at wings. However, if you were doing this for a costume, you best believe that if Hades was a woman, she probably had a wing that was like so sharp it could cut your throat. So you do you, and you do whatever wing you want. Pop on some lashes. And then I do a black lip. Here I'm using the NYX Liquid Suede in Alien. It's probably my favorite black lip only because it's so easy to use and it just glides on very, very easily. But yeah, black lip. Later on, I do end up putting a glittery gloss over top of this, but I start with the matte lip and then add the gloss later. Finishing up the look by putting this bluish gray face paint all over myself. I did end up running out, which is the story of my life with these looks because I'm mostly focused on like my face and my head and I'm not going anywhere in them. However, if you are using this for a costume, make sure that you have like a shirt that matches your makeup color or you have enough paint to stretch over your whole body. I'm wearing a bridesmaid's dress, an old bridesmaid's dress, which also, can we just talk about if Hades were a woman, she probably would have an old bridesmaid's dress on. I'm wearing an old bridesmaid's dress that doesn't even fit me. It's clipped in like 5 different places and I'm just painting around it as much as I can, and then I will powder it, and then in a minute you will see me do a little bit of contouring on my chest as well as my neck, like my clavicle area. But nothing like too major. When I looked at it in the mirror, it just looked kind of flat to me. So I ended up doing a little bit of contouring. But again, heavily powder so it does not move anywhere. That is the best thing to do with these Wet n Wild paints. And then finally, you are going to put on your wig. I had 2 different wig options. I had this long, light blue gradient hair wig, which I thought was perfect, and it looks just like I wanted it to. Also, I made this wig. I'm really proud of myself. It's the first wig I've ever made. I had like a do-it-yourself pack that I bought. So I put this wig on, and then I will show you, tried it with a shorty pixie cut wig, and I'd have to say I'm a little more partial to the long hair, only because it looks, I don't know, it just looks cool in the bright blue, but I also thought that Hades was a woman scorned, and she probably chopped off all of her hair and went a little crazy, So I also tried it with a pixie, made this little like skull and bones brooch and barrette, and just thought it was a cute little touch. But yeah, that was the video. This is it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up. I will link all of the products that I used in the description box below. So if you are interested in any of them, you can check them out on your own time. As always, please be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on any more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys.